And a big howdy do to you. I have got, I don't know if you can see there, me duck out of the way so you can see my salmon. My salmon I just put on the grill, so I will talk to so let's have a beer, huh? I've been doing some refreshing stuff. Had a horny goat, horny blonde, and then the water. How much have you had to drink now? And the watermelon wheat. So let's stay with the theme here. I think this is my last one. My hopped up and horny horny IPA. Hops make you horny. No me, I don't bet you. Take that right now. 6.3, if I'm remembering the numbers correctly, I believe it's 6.341. And when I first read that, I thought, man, that is light for an IPA these days. But I think a lot of us beer geeks get too hung up on the stats. This actually has bigger flavor than that 41 IBUs might suggest. Use my little mother's glass here. Pour this in. Kind of a hazy orange-ish color going on. My little mother's glass, I do like it. Oh, it's got a nice aroma. It doesn't tell me what all malts and hops are in this. It does say that it's dry hopped with a lot of Cascade hops, and you certainly get a lot of that Cascade flavor. But I'm getting other flavors here too. So again, I don't know what other hops are in here besides the Cascade, but it has flavors very reminiscent of a Citra hop. Again, I don't know what's in here, but I'm certainly getting those flavors. Big citrus, a little bit of pine, and then some lighter tropical numbers. I mean, I'm getting I'm getting a lot of flavors that you typically get with a Citra hop or even a mosaic. I'm getting some mango, passion fruit, papaya going on. And then some slight piney and pepperiness at the end there. It is very nice. Yeah, it is a likable IPA. I don't know. Again, everybody seems to want IPAs to be crazy and in your face these days. And I think people forget about just drinkability. You just want, maybe you just want hoppy, but you don't want it to really tax your palate. Well, this is kind of a good IPA for that. Because it does feel hoppier than that 41 IBUs might suggest. So I think for a lot of folks, if you just drink it, forget what the stats are, I think you're going to like it more than you might think. I find it extremely enjoyable. Again, especially on a day like this, it's kind of a light to medium bodied IPA, so it is light enough to still be incredibly refreshing on this warm day. You get those hops really just make you feel good. It's hoppy enough to be refreshing and not so hoppy that it just completely wrecks your palate for everything else. I got a little piece of ash in this one too, some bitch. Well, some bitch. No, they kind of hang on the glass. I didn't see them. They were kind of funny anyway. Doesn't really matter. So I got my salmon cooking in the background. I'm kind of watching. I don't want to overcook. Cause salmon, you want just barely ass done, right? That kind of worries me sometimes. When you go out and order salmon, a lot of places overcook it, especially if you're at more of a, I don't know, some fast food places now are carrying salmon and they cook the living shit out of it. So you end up with just dry salmon. The hospital cafeteria, we were there so much. They every once in a while they served a salmon BLT, but the salmon they used there at the hospital, well, it was cooked and then set off to the side and then put back on the sandwich and cooked again. So by the time you got to the salmon, I mean it was just dry ass. Holy crap! And salmon you just want barely done because then it stays moist and just melts in your mouth if you cook it right. So. Would I pair this IPA with a salmon? No, probably not. It isn't. It isn't as big as many. But still, I'm having it before I have this. If I do pair my salmon with the beer, it'll be with something a little bit lighter than this. because I don't want to overpower it. I would drink this with something a little spicier, a little heavier, but not with the salmon. Just so you know, but I wanted one right now while my salmon is cooking. Is that okay with you? Anyways, I digress. Let me finish this little bit here. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, and I am enjoying time just relaxing on my own, using my webcam and my beer, and anybody out there watching me as virtual therapist for me, just allow me just to talk about whatever I want to, and then you can listen to me or not. So anyway, I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer. Hey, try it if you can. Glass is empty. I still have about half a bottle left. I'm going to do a second video for the Hopped Up and Horny IPA.